and welcome to this month's Easton Park Market Update. So we're looking at the first slide, available inventory for new construction. Not a lot has changed this month compared to 1 month ago. The prices maybe have shifted a couple grand here or there, but they're all pretty much the same. Pacesetter still only has one house available. It's been on the market for many months. I actually asked them why they're not lowering the price, and I didn't get an answer, so all I got was prices are negotiable. So there you go, if you didn't know that. But everything's pretty stable from a month ago. Available right now, we have 69 compared to 71 at the beginning of February, with 18 of those actually ready for move-in right now. But yeah, this slide is just pretty normal, no massive movements. I'm sure when we get into the spring, we're going to see these prices creep up a little bit as more buyers enter the market. Next, we're looking at closed resale for February. No surprises here. When I did my video a month ago, there was one pending. Well, now that one pending has closed. So we had one closing for resale this past month. If you look at the bottom right, we have 3 pending. So most likely we'll have 3 closings when I do this video in a month from then. One is pretty low, right? The month before in January, we had 4 closings. So it is quite low. It's not atypical though, because a lot of people will put an offer in right in December, right before the year ends, and so they'll close in January. Not a lot of people shop in January for whatever reason. It's the beginning of the year. They kind of wait until the spring ramps up. So typically February closings are low. That's just seasonality. Looking at the bottom left, just checking out the past 3 months, we had 12 resale homes close. Average price per square foot is 232.48. Take that with a grain of salt because these are varying sizes of homes, right? Close price to list price ratio, we're looking at 94.9% of the list price, all the way up to 103.2%. So there are some homes that are closing above listing price, something to be aware of. And then median days on market for the past 3 months has been 59 days. Now, I will say there is a little bit of ray of sunshine here because the homes that are going under contract are not sitting on the market long. So you can see this one home that closed last month, 8008 Lennon Drive, they were only on the market for 2 days. Now that price is extremely low, right? So obviously that's going to entice people to want to move forward, but there are buyers out there. And then bottom right, looking at pending, we have 3 homes pending, but the average days on market for them is only 5 days. So, and some of them were not super low priced. So we are seeing more buyers coming into the market, which is hopeful for people who are thinking of listing their home in 2025. Before getting to the next slide, I did want to do a little history lesson, especially for newer homeowners in the neighborhood, because the past couple months I've been saying it's good that prices are coming down a little bit, and I've gotten a little bit of pushback from people saying that's never a good thing. I want my home value to constantly rise, which I understand. But I wanted to show this graph to kind of help people understand kind of where we are in the past 10-year history. So if you're looking at the blue line, that's the best one. That is 78744. So this is not Easton Park, right? This covers a wide range of neighborhoods, build dates, right? Different builders. But I'm just really getting a sense of how median home values have changed over the years. So look at October 12th up to February 21. In that 9-year gap, you can kind of see it just kind of slowly rises. There's a couple little dips, but overall it's just kind of going up and up and up. And then 21, late 21 and all of 22, prices skyrocketed because we had the historically low interest rates that were there probably for too long, and that caused buyers to rush the market and multiple offers, people could raise their prices, yada yada, right? We all know that. So it peaked, right? Now what we've been seeing the past 2 years is very few buyers on the market because now the prices are too high and interest rates have gone back up. And so really the past 2 years, we've seen a slight decline in prices. But I want you to look at where February 21 is, and then if we continued the trend from the previous 10 years on to where we are now, where we should be. And we're still higher than where we should be if we kind of continued that average. I think it's roughly 4% year over year increase in value. So I just wanted to bring up this quick point so people understand, we want these prices to dip a little so that more people can afford to buy a home. In the long term, I have no doubt we will see it rise again like we had in the past. But prices coming down is not a bad thing, especially for people who have bought a home 3 years plus, right? If you're still, owning your home for only a year or two, then yes, the price may be a little lower than when you bought it, which is unfortunate, but any realtor would tell you before you purchase a home, you should probably plan to stay in there at least 3 to 5 years to get your money back, or at least see the value rise enough. So, yep, just wanted to share this real quick. Now we're going to get into new construction versus resale, currently available now. So now looking at what's currently available in Easton Park, we have 14 single-family homes available in the resale side. Looking at the bottom right here, 3 detached condos for resale. Price ranges from $375 up to $800. Average price per square foot hasn't changed that much from a month ago, but what has changed quite a bit is the median days on market. It went from 104 days on market to 18. Now the reason for this is a few of the homes that have been on the market a long time withdrew last month, and then we also had a bunch of homes come on the market this past 2 weeks. And so that kind of out with the old and with the new, that's why it's gone down dramatically to 18 days. This is median days on market for available though. So this is not saying, for closed sales, the median is 18. That's still a little bit higher. Now looking at this to the left, resale versus new build. This bar graph is mainly directed for people who are thinking of buying and they're not quite sure, should I go with new construction or should I go with resale? So I've grouped it by square foot range and then just did the average price per square foot for resale versus new build. Not much to report here. 1,700 and 2,100 square foot, the new build came down quite a bit from a month ago. Still way higher than those 4 resales. So I would say those are definitely better deals to look out for. But take this with a pinch of salt, right? Some of these homes may not have a great view, whereas another home will have a pool added, or has a green belt behind it, or is in a cul-de-sac, and so it has a wedge lot with a much larger backyard. So these are all just kind of averages, but with small pools to pull from, if that makes sense. So it's really just giving you kind of an idea of how the new build is doing against the resale as far as prices. Next, we're looking at the Easton Park rental report. So looking at the top here, 23 rentals are currently available compared to 13 a month ago. So far more rentals are coming onto the market. 2 are currently under contract, compare that to 7 a month ago. So that's kind of looking into the future, right? That means most likely we're going to have fewer rentals at close in a month. And then we had 9 close in February versus 6 in January. So more did close this past month in February. For those closings, the average days on market was 33 days. So it's really important to know that if you do put your property on the rental market, plan for about a month before you get someone in the home. Now that's average overall. I've helped a couple people. I typically just help with buying and selling property in Easton Park, but I've helped a couple people list their property for lease. And in my experience, the bigger the property, the quicker it goes, for whatever reason. Just the people looking in that specific market, there's going to be more of them attracted to Easton Park. So if you have a property over 2,400 square feet, it probably will be a lower average days on market than for the smaller properties. And then just looking at the table here, not much to report. We had one more ADU close. They closed for 1,100. And this is really just giving you a sense of if you're thinking of renting out your property, you should definitely contact Drew Foley with Good Neighbor Property Management. He is a great resource. He lives in the neighborhood. He's currently helping me with one of my properties because I'm becoming a landlord for the first time and I don't know what I'm doing, right? So I'm using him and his company to help me through my first year with them. But that would be my first advice, is reach out for professional help for that. And then secondly, if you can look at this, you can get a sense of, okay, my home is about 2,000 square feet, so you're probably going to be in the high 2,000 a month range, purely based on square footage. As always, thank you for watching my video to the end. This channel has grown so much in the past 6 months. I've had so many more people reach out to me with their real estate questions and what they're looking for. And I do appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos as I create them, and to reach out to me whenever you do have a question or you need some help with your next move. If that's you, my contact info is here on the screen. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I also do Zoom calls. But yeah, until next time, I hope to see you around the neighborhood.